All right, we are finally live.
Finally.
Oh my goodness.
That was fun.
It was. StreamYard hit a big problem. I don't know. Something apparently everyone has gone live within the universe. Like, is there some breaking news or what?
Oh no.
I don't know. Like, I know that we had an election yesterday. Uh, yeah, like, I don't know what is going on. I'm not seeing anything that's major right now.
Right.
So I don't know. This happens. Welcome to the world of technology and psychics and everything else in the world.
We
Alexa,
should have seen it coming, Aeson.
do what?
We should have seen it coming.
Well, I saw it coming. I've been seeing it coming. We've been discussing this for a bit now, but it's like, okay, now what do we do with it? Now, how do we handle it? Other than to do the psychic mental thing that I do, which is compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's life? How's business? What's up?
Oh,
What's
I've had.
stirring in your teacup?
Well, I'm doing, I guess, two jobs now.
Okay.
So not only am I doing Lady Gwendolyn healing, but I picked up DoorDash too.
Right. Well, it's
So I am the psychic DoorDasher.
ooh, readings on the go. Okay, I'll take that.
You gotta make work work for you.
Well, you do. And this is kind of good for you because you're getting out. You're getting interaction, which is, been a problem.
You have no idea how I have been to Walmart 3 times in the last like 2 or 3 weeks. Well, like 2 weeks. Um, and I hadn't been to Walmart in over like a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Wow.
I know that's a big thing. I'm excited about it. I
See,
mean, DoorDash doesn't make me like interact with a whole lot of people, but let me tell you something, okay? My first day on the job, okay, so I had to take my little emotional support human with me,
right.
but we were out and two people from our pagan community recognized me.
Oh my goodness, you
I
are
had no
Walmart.
idea who they were,
You
but
are
they knew
Walmart.
me. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. And then I got back in the car and it's just I hear my mom's famous.
Yeah. Duh. Like, did she miss the memo?
Apparently I did because it was just amazing to me. Like I get excited if I meet someone new in the community just out and about. I think it's
Uh-huh.
the greatest thing in the world. And I don't understand. I was like, how do you know me? Like
Because you're Lady Gwendolyn, and it's not how do you know me? It's hi, honey, how are you? So good to see you. Hope you come to our next event.
I did all the things. I did all
Good, good. See, this is why you do not leave the house without makeup on, your hair done, and at least looking like something. Because
Oh
I
boy, this
promise you.
hair today, I was all in my witchy chrome vibes today.
Uh-huh.
Woo!
Oh
My
yeah.
gray streaks are just a shining. Okay. See, I am all over the place, aren't I?
Well, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine to be all over the place. We have
I'm
all been all over the place.
yeah.
Yeah.
But this just kind of where my energy's been. Kind of
Understandable. Understandable.
I I feel like I'm coming into. Okay, so I had been preaching for months and months and months about me being in my Lilith phase because Virgo is in Lilith and all the changes that Virgos are going through. And like my whole thing of shadow work and everything has kind of like I'm realizing some of the growth. You know what I mean?
Right. And
I'm
that's good to realize the growth.
yeah, and I'm feeling more free
Good,
and able to be more myself now,
good.
and I want people to see the real me.
Right. And see, that's harder to do is to get to that real you.
Hmm.
There's a lot of things that go on in our business. There's a lot, like, I'm sorry, I got a I had to do a class yesterday, and I literally wrote my manager and go, who the fuck writes this shit?
Oh gosh, okay. Fill us in. What?
The class was on selling within the spiritual community and how conversational flow should go. And I'm like, one, they've never given a reading before. I will tell you, this person hasn't given a reading ever. And two, and more importantly, I don't think they could sell crap to a cookie. Be thinking of what services you can provide your client. I'm already providing them a service. That's why I'm talking to them. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Do not waste my time with these. And she goes, thank you for your feedback. I'm like, let some of us senior advisors, senior administrative advisors write these damn classes, please, before I lose my mind sitting through one more of these damn things that has no value for me. Zero value. Like, I
No.
want my hour back, please.
Better come up with a dollar amount to compensate my time.
Oh, yeah. Because if I have to sit through a class that is no value to me, I'm mad.
Oh yeah.
Like, sorry, my time is worth a lot. And having to wake up early to take this class because it's required for this network is postpartum ridiculous. And she's like, well, some of the newest advisors don't. I said, they won't get anything out of this one either.
Hmm.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Hello.
Ooh, Brenda likes our business idea. DoorDash psychic readings. Good evening, Melissa. Hello, Willow Eagle. How are you?
Yeah,
And
I with me getting out more, more people are saying what what do you do, and I've been more open, and
good,
so the business cards have been flying out of my hands.
good, good, good. Business cards, pamphlets, signs on the car. You know,
So I had my first official in-person event of the year at a salon on the 4th. Yes,
yay,
on May the 4th. It
yay,
was the first time I ever had a list, a
good,
wait list,
good,
but I loved it so much.
yay.
I did because I had my own room. I was able to do readings. I did energy work too.
Yeah,
And I've said this before, and I will forever say it. I love doing readings. I love being able to work with people and communicate and give them the messages that they need to receive.
right,
But energy work, oh my gosh, it is my thing.
right.
Oh, I got so much to tell.
Oh, please do, honey. We got a good cup of coffee. Let's rock this.
And things were so messed up and everything. I forgot to bring me anything to drink, so I'm
Oh,
just winging it.
call your pager, pager.
Somebody have a drink for me. So as far as energy work goes, I'm got a couple of new classes that I'm going to be taking for that way. I'll be certified by 2025.
Right.
Um, one is actually adding reflexology to my energy work.
Cool.
I'm so excited for that. Aromatherapy.
That one's going to take you some time, though.
I know, but
Like
I'm looking
aromatherapy is
at
a deep class. It's very long too.
aromatherapy like I look at astrology.
Right.
These are my long-term study ones.
Right.
The ones that I may never master,
Mm-hmm.
but I want them as a tool to study more about.
Right.
Um, and and then adding to my spiritual life coaching, I'm also adding conflict resolution management.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, these are things that most people don't, look to, but
Dependent.
I I work in shadow work. I work in
Right.
trauma. Conflict is a additive to
Mm-hmm.
that.
Well, conflict is part of that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I have to study the darker side. This is who I am.
well, that not only that, but understand the darker side is more important.
Yes.
It's like something I'm working on right now. Some of it I'm at liberty to talk about. Some of it I'm not. Is like when you get into shadow work, when you get into understanding limiting beliefs, you really have to start taking those limiting beliefs and questioning the reality of them. And that problem that occurs within those limiting beliefs is especially when they're false limiting beliefs.
Oh, okay. So I'm not really understanding what you're saying.
Okay.
Are you okay? So I have an example of, but I don't know if it's what you mean.
Okay.
Okay, so in one, I'm not gonna say what it is,
Mm-hmm.
but in one of my classes that I took, um, energy work, I was told in the class that it would not work on animals because animals do not have a soul. That is a conflict of me and my beliefs.
Right.
So I just don't acknowledge that part.
Right.
So is that what you mean?
No, not
Oh,
that.
okay.
Different direction. All right. Let's say you have a limiting, but let's talk about money. Money is what? Energy.
Okay.
What were you taught about money as a child?
That you need it?
Well, of course you need it, but was it talked about? Was it shown, or was it always like money's hard to come by, money takes a lot of time, money takes a lot of effort?
Yeah.
You know,
It's something hard to obtain.
something too hard to obtain. Okay. So those formed your core limiting beliefs about money. So now when you get money, how do you feel about it?
You get excited about it.
You get excited, but you still have that formulation of early beliefs of it's hard to get, it goes away quickly, you can't really spend it, you can't, you got to, it trickles to you.
I'm not gonna say where my mind says to shove that money at, but yeah, basically, I get the point.
Yeah. Okay. When it is any other form of energy. So if you begin working with that shadow work of the relationship of money and how it was taught to you, which then formed your limiting belief about money, you begin seeing money differently. I see money as a flow of energy. It's like a river. It's always flowing to me and flowing past me. but I can obtain any amount of money I want with a plan in action to get there.
Mm.
If I, like I've already made $1 million in my life. Am I a millionaire? No. But if you look at the 20 years I have been in this business, I have made $1 million.
Right.
Okay. That's cute. I want a billion. I want a fucking Mississippi River of money flowing to me. How do I get there? Because I was taught money is hard to get. It doesn't grow on trees. It is, you've got to work diligently hard for it. And when it does get there, it's already gone before it gets there.
Oh, yeah.
So, what does that do to my flow of money and my worry of money until I do that shadow work to get through those pieces? We have that about relationships. Every partner from your kindergarten girlfriend or boyfriend all the way up to your current one forms your beliefs in those relationships. This
Yeah.
is why you continually have the same problems, is because of those originally limiting beliefs.
It's really hard to not take out what you have grown to know and understand from past relationships, not to take it into your current one.
Right, not only that, but looking at your childhood.
I'm here, still here.
Okay, someone needs to plug up their laptop.
I'm doing it.
Um, but the relationships that we were demonstrated when we were children reflect into our relationships now. If we were taught that a relationship is a lot of fighting, it's a lot of arguing, it's a lot of aggravation, and that they will leave you, then you've got abandonment issues before you even start dating.
Yeah.
If you were taught that men cheat and they hurt you, then that you will notice in your relationships, you will see those patterns again. You choose those people.
There's a lot of similarities
Mm-hmm.
from what I saw as a child to what I've had in past relationships.
Right. And until you start building communication, looking at your beliefs of those partners, you don't get that to work out. You don't get the relationship you deserve.
Mhm.
You get the relationship you feel you're limited to.
It's only been in the last, while that those things have changed.
Right. You
So,
know,
but they have changed.
they have changed and they will continue to do so. As long as you are working out what those limiting beliefs are, and you don't even get them, like it isn't like top 10 on your list. It may not even occur to you until you're faced with it again and again and again.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's like, well, why do I always get this? Well, you already always get this because you're already ordering it. And I think that's a lot, and that's where like life coaching comes in, shadow work comes in, emotional um, auditing comes in, and I'm not talking um, Scientology auditing. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about looking at your emotions and go, why do I feel this?
Mhm.
How do I not feel this? How do I feel this? Why am I always getting this when I really need this in my life? And then breaking those pieces into pieces so that you can take them apart, pull them apart, and go, okay, why is it that I'm always scared that my partner's going to cheat? Well, my first boyfriend cheated, my second girlfriend cheated. Well, what about your family? There was always cheating going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the pattern of love. It's like people that have been in abusive relationships, either as children or adults, tend to define love by control because that's what they've been taught love is.
So the I know the reason why I chose the path that I'm on,
Right.
because I, at the age of 14, attempted,
Mm-hmm.
and ever since then I started working on breaking those things down. Why did I do that? Why do I think this? Why do I do that? And like everything from, genealogy and blood type, all the way through every thought that comes into my head, and
Right.
why I drive the way that I do, and like I question everything.
Right.
Like, it's annoying.
Well, it is annoying, but at the other side of that, it's processing.
Yeah.
You're doing nothing more than processing out what has already been put in front of you. Okay? What has always already been handled in front of you. It's just going to get repeated to you until you get past that stage of going, I deserve more, I want more. How do I get there? And that is the hardest question to ask is how do I get there? And I think that, this is where technology has become a problem because there is no GPS, you know, in life. There's thoughts, there's ideas, there's vibrations, but in the end, there is no direct GPS to this is how you get here. This is what you do. This is why you do it. We don't get that emotional mental programming anymore because, if you hand a teenager a map, they can't read it.
Oh.
Okay. That's why they also walk in with ideas that do not work. We tell them the story of Cinderella. The problem is they don't tell them the full story of Cinderella. That the next day she wakes up and figures out the prince an idiot and can't run the castle. So she
Mm.
has to go and run the castle. That her stepmother really killed her father and has to go and figure that out. These are things that we don't teach children. And they've not been taught in 60 years, if
Yo,
not
no.
longer.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's even more problems with that idealism and that dichotomy that program our own limiting beliefs. Okay.
Hmm.
You know, but we teach the goalpost, we reward the goalpost. Oh, you got an A in science. Wonderful. Here's your $1. Here's your $5. Here's your video game. But we don't teach how to get to that goalpost.
Yeah.
And that's where the harder parts of life come into. And then also seeing like where you're at. What are you doing? What do you want to be doing? So I don't know. I'm thinking about creating a community um, for people that want to work through that. Again, it's been thrown onto the idea board. It isn't going to be this quarter. And it's like you mentioned astrology. I think that I've got my astrology 101. I've been trying to figure out what to do for astrology 102.
Hmm.
And I think that I have it. I think I'm
Okay.
going to break it down and go into the systems of astrology.
I'm ready.
I know. I saw
I've
one of
been
your
waiting.
videos. I saw one of your videos, and I'm like, no, girl, no. No,
I
girl.
volunteer as tribute.
But you got to watch volunteering as tribute. You know that, right?
When have I ever
Uh huh.
not done anything that you've asked me to do?
Never. Like
Okay.
you've done everything imaginable, honey. We have been through it, but that comes into business life. You know, it gets interesting. I think
Yeah.
our job gets interesting. So why'd you go to DoorDash? Because I know it wasn't money.
It was the supplement.
Okay, you needed the
Um,
action.
huh?
You needed the action.
No, it was needing the extra income,
Okay,
trying to get myself back stable again.
right.
Like when everybody knows, whenever I got sick in November,
Uh
it
huh.
threw everything. My whole entire life, my career, I literally almost.
Right. Well.
Um, so I have really had to start over and I got behind.
Hmm.
And now I just have to get myself back in order.
Right, but that's a plan of action.
Yeah,
But
you
no,
do
you
what
bring
you got
up
to do.
a great point there. You know, everyone thinks that we work for these networks, and there's this big, psychic plan, and it's like, no, there isn't. Wish there was. I got sick. Everyone knows I was sick the month of March. We're just now getting back into betterment in February, and March and April was hell. May is just now starting to look better. But no, it takes a swing on business,
Yeah.
and it really does. It takes a swing on income. It takes a swing on ideas. It puts you behind.
I'm
And
not I'm not gonna lie. Anybody who knows me and knows how I am and how I normally am with the community, then I am constantly
right.
so I had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It has been so quiet. I mean, I am a lot more relaxed and happier in my life right now,
Right.
but my mind is getting quieter. So
Good.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing,
It
or
is.
if it's just like Gwen needs a break.
Well, it's Gwen needs a break, but it's also Gwen needs like time to get her head together. Gwen needs time to get her pattern into position, to get her retention pattern into craziness. Like these are things they don't teach us in any of these damn classes.
No, no.
Now,
Yeah, you're right. There's been some dumb ones come through. Listening to them talk makes me feel like I've lost IQ points.
oh, I love it. I'm sorry. I was like, you do. You lose time, you lose IQ points. I love it when people who do not know this industry try to come in and change the industry, and it's like, that don't work that way.
No.
We've already played with this choice. Let's play this different tune.
Oh, speaking of okay, you want to talk psychic hotlines? You want to talk psychic BS?
I want to talk psychic business bullshit.
Okay,
That's what
so
this show's about.
so here's some drama. I started on a new platform earlier this year because, like I said, I was putting myself out there for
Hmm.
business and I was trying to make things better. Um, and I thought, okay, this is an interesting opportunity because, I mean, it's practically doing what I'm doing anyway. I'm reading the cards and I'm recording a 1 minute audio just like I do if I'm doing a video on TikTok or whatever. It's the same thing.
Okay,
The
we know the
problem,
business model.
the problem with this is I'm not flipping over the cards. They are automatically generated in the app.
All
This is
right,
an
that's a
app. It's
new
not
theory.
even online. It's strictly an app.
Right. Okay,
So
this is a new business model. Interesting, interesting.
AI at its best, right?
Well, AI, not AI, because at least they're using you to read the cards. But
Yeah.
okay,
So that's the only way I was ever able to make any money off of that platform.
right.
So, you know how some of the platforms that we use, we can log in, and if our phone goes blank, we're not penalized for it.
Right.
We will still get the phone calls.
Sometimes, but okay.
Yeah, but like right now,
Right.
like if I was logged in while we were online here,
Right.
and a call came in, I would get it, even though my screen is black.
Right.
Okay. You're driving around, your phone's off to the side, it went blank, but yeah, you're gonna get the call. No, not with this company. You have to have it constantly open at all times,
Uh
or
huh.
it will cut you off.
Okay.
So,
Someone has told you this before.
okay. So that's one thing. So could not, was not, never able to get on there and stay on there for any length of time
Right.
because my mind doesn't work like that.
Right.
I can't be on there for 8 hours constantly, and in the number stays.
Right.
You have 360 questions in queue
Uh
to
huh.
answer.
Okay.
And if you were, I mean, and like I said, these were all like,
1
okay,
minute
so
videos.
a minute's worth. I'll break it down financially. A minute's worth of you reading the cards reading the cards that were generated for you, and then giving a 60-second recorded reading, 17 cents.
Are you kidding me?
No.
All right. Hold still a second. 17 cents.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold it. Let's reverse this. How much is your cell phone bill? Let's get nosy.
Cell phone bill,
Hmm.
$50.
All right. And how do they pay you?
PayPal.
PayPal. Okay. So, did they pay the fee or did you pay the fee?
I'm sure I had to.
Okay. So, just to pay your cell phone bill that you are working on, you would have had to do 353 readings. What? Okay. Now, they're a minute
I
long.
made $18
Uh
the
huh.
whole entire time I was on there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was on there. I mean, like I was trying my best. I had one call come in for 2 minutes,
Uh huh.
and that was it.
Right.
And then got mad. I mean, was furious because I did not tell them what they wanted to hear. Like they were insulted.
Good.
And like, how dare you not tell me what I want to hear? Like, I'm paying you to tell me what. And it's like, honey, that's not how this works.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Like,
like I had someone in our surrounding circle question me. Oh, I want to go sign up with them. I'm like, please don't.
right.
Please don't. Just listen to me.
Right.
Please. Like I'm not trying to like gatekeep any certain network or anything like that. But if I'm telling you it's bad, it's bad.
Well, let's be blunt and honest. I have a list of slave networks out there. And
And
I
that
tell
would
you
be
point
one of
blank,
them.
Do not go work here. Do not go work for a company that sounds like a question right now. Um, do not go work for a company that sounds like that they're a publishing company. Do not go work for a company that sounds like that you need to move out to California to work for them. Because these are slave networks. 17 cents a minute. Okay, let's do the rewind clock. 1992.
Aeson flashback time.
I don't know. We need a graphic for that.
You totally need that in the show.
Yeah. 1992, I was making more money than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's go even farther back. 1956. Because I believe you can type more than, well, how many words a minute can you type?
It's been a long time since I've tested that.
Can you type more than 5?
Oh, yeah.
Let me double check that.
I don't have to like look around.
Well, I know. 6 words. Can you type 6 words in a minute? More than 4 letters?
I don't know.
I think you can. Most people that work in the companies can type more than 6 words a minute. So therefore, my grandmother was making more than you back in the 70s. Girl,
I was trying, man.
honey, I know you're trying, and I know these companies that come in with this bullshit idea. I like their idea. Like, it's an interesting idea.
Like, and I genuinely, being the Virgo bitch that I am, nicely, very, very politely proceeded to tell them how to fix their network.
And that went through their heads because I'm sure. Do you
They
know the
don't do
app that
nothing
you
else.
were on, the customer side of the app?
Yeah, they had me look at both sides. Yeah.
What were the customers paying per question? I am dying for this.
Oh, like what? Um, like $1.50. I mean, they were still making a lot off of that.
Yeah, they were making $1.25 at minimum per question.
Hmm.
Uh-uh. That is not enough meat on the table for me.
Yeah, I know.
No. Girl, you can make the money. And there's a great way of making the money in this business. That is not the way.
No.
You know,
So during the transition, I've made a lot of mistakes and that I can look back and I can laugh at now. But I am no longer sitting quietly, and every single time I see an advertisement for them, I shoot off at the mouth and make sure everyone is aware of their situation.
well, not only that, but here's the other side of this. And I've done it too. Oh, I pulled a real bonehead contract, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. This happens in our industry. Everybody goes through it. Everyone does it. Let me tell you what Aeson did. So Aeson gets contacted by this company from India. premier company in India. And they're like, we will, we want to hire you. All you've got to do is answer chat readings because you can't take phone right now because we don't have the American numbers. Okay, fine. This was back when chat was brand new, it was shiny, all those cute things. Okay, no problem. And we'll pay you $1 per minute. Okay, we can do $1 per minute. I can rock $1 per minute. I don't mind $1 per minute. Granted, this was a little bit ago. Okay. So we, allowed that to go on. We focused that out. And I worked there for 6 months. I mean, we were pounding that damn network. We were making good cash. And their payout level was $1,000 before they would pay out.
Okay.
Okay, no big deal. I've had bigger payout amounts. That'll be a really good check when it comes through. Problem was, here comes the problem. It was a $1 rupee per minute. 1 rupee per minute.
Okay.
Okay. One Indian rupee to $1 is 12 cents.
Oh, wow.
So when they paid me out 1,000 rupees, do you know how much that check was that I spent 6 months into paying for? Take a wild guess, baby girl.
I can't even imagine. I can't do the math.
$11.98.
Oh, wow. Wow.
You want to hear the better part of that?
Oh, gosh. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. I get a letter from the Indian government about 2 months later in the US mail, so I knew it was real. It was a bill for taxes of 42% of my earnings.
Oh, wow.
On the price that the customer paid in India. And they were charging like $5.99 US there.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I paid Indian government $372 US.
Wow.
And I made $11.98.
That was insane.
That was a business mistake.
This one, my contact person, because you know how you always have that one contact person.
Right.
This is the person that signed me up and everything. And I talked to them a couple of times, and they would check in, how's it going? Do you have any problems and stuff like that? Well, we had talked that message that one last time, and it was like, why aren't you online? I'm like, because I cannot have my phone open all the time. I can't be on it.
Right.
Like that's impossible. I don't understand how you expect that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, okay. And next thing I know, my account was completely wiped.
Yep.
And when I questioned it, and I was like, can you reinstate it? Like, just, what? And not, it was a fight back and forth, and then I finally just released on them. I don't say anything, and I don't use my words until I have to.
Well, using your words needs to be primary.
They are starting to.
Yeah.
Gwen's losing her filter.
Yep.
Lady Gwendolyn is becoming something more.
Good.
And people are either gonna really love me or they're really gonna hate me.
Oh well.
That's just how it goes.
Yeah, but these are
And they actually earned that name you gave me a couple years ago.
yay. They got to learn that name.
Wicked Witch of West Virginia.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But no, these are business mistakes. We get recruiters in that, you know, think that everything is hunky dory and, you know, different things.
so this is still pretty recent. So if I get anything in the mail or anything like that, I'll keep you updated.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh,
they have absolutely no contact with me. Made me I have prided myself
hmm.
on not having a WhatsApp.
Right.
I have feelings about that. I
Right.
have bitter feelings about that. They made me get that in order to communicate with me.
What app? I haven't.
WhatsApp, yeah.
Yeah, I have it. I use it for my international clients.
I I've I think the reason why I have such bad blood about it, and like I said, everything, I analyze everything, is because so many like people will message you randomly, hey, what's your WhatsApp? And you know what they're wanting.
Well,
And
they're wanting encrypted conversation.
yeah, and I'm not
Right.
for that. So
Well, I'm going to say this, and you're not going to like it. Messenger has gone to Facebook Messenger's gone to encrypted also.
oh, I know.
Yeah. So it's literally the same fucking program with a different sticker.
Yeah, Meta's got them all.
Well, Meta's got them all, but WhatsApp's no big deal. In the U.S., not a lot of people use it. Overseas, everyone uses it. They'll use it before they use Facebook. A lot of reporters, like when I done that interview for the New York Times, when I done the interview for Metaphysical Today, it wasn't over WhatsApp. So that's not a sign. It's the pay that's the problem. And that's when it's like, mm. I think the bare minimum I will work for is 46 cents per message. And that's per message, not video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it happens. Oh,
But yeah,
ouch. Yeah. Yeah. It was an ouch. It was a big problem. Yeah. But that's why you also see a lot of foreign advisors working for U.S. networks, is because they get paid chicken feed there.
yeah,
And you can only do so much with them. You have to have clear boundaries on what you expect and what you will do. You also have to, and I'm learning this one is you have to take care of you, because in the end there is, like, you're the tool. And yes, I just called it myself a tool, but you have to actually manage and take care and maintenance that tool if you're going to be in a healthy place for to help others.
absolutely.
Yep. So what are you doing? When are you working? Where are you working?
Okay, so my schedule is I am online taking calls from roughly about 5:30 a.m. until let's say 9:10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Because depending on the day, the time varies.
Right.
Um, but then I will DoorDash until around like 2. I do
Right.
lunchtime. You
Right.
know, brunch to lunchtime, and then I take a couple hours off, usually to take a nap.
As you should.
And then I'm back online taking calls from like 6 p.m. till like 10 p.m. and
Cool.
then I go to bed. But then usually back up at like 3 a.m.
Okay.
So
And have you dealt with the time wave yet?
I haven't. I mean, I get most of my calls like in the morning
Mm-hmm.
and in the evening, like when
Right.
you know these sections are. So it's kind of making myself more available. I am showing my schedule as it does change.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I'm able to work everything together. And anything I do, I can take the kid along with me,
Mm-hmm.
and me, my little emotional support human.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun having them, right along.
Right. But also, when are you live somewhere? When's your next live positioning?
I do not currently have one, but I have a podcast idea
Okay.
circulating.
Cool. Very cool.
So I'm working on that. As I said, my
Mm-hmm.
mind has been kind of quiet
Mm-hmm.
and not throwing out so many ideas.
Right.
But now the next event goes up. The awards, let me say this,
Yeah.
the awards voting is now open.
Yes. Go vote for PCSP Network for Influencer of the Year. Where do they do that at?
There is a Google form, and currently it is on all of the. It's on the Rowan Temple of Light Facebook page and scattered out through the various groups across
Right.
Facebook. It will be posted. I have not done that on the website, on the Rowan Temple of Light website,
Okay.
under Central West Virginia Pagan Pride.
Right.
I will eventually, when I can sit down and do it and I get caught up with everything, I want to give the awards their own page,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to give May Royalty their own page.
Very cool. Very cool.
So those are things that are
In
also
there.
coming up in the future.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm working my midnight shift. You can find me late at night. I'm living the Imperial life schedule. Of course, you can join our Patreon and you get views at other things that are going on in life. That's where you get private content that you'll get nowhere else. You'll get different articles, different shows. You also get a say in what's going on at the network. Um, so be sure to check that out. Let's go ahead and talk about our baristas because we have some really great ones. First up, we want to thank Beverly Walker, Mika G, Kathy, Mary Winfield, Brenda Brandt, Joan Owens, Shannon C, Shannon D, Lady Gwendolyn, Charles Shaw, Tracy Van, Caitlin Bell, and Devon. Again, if you'd like to learn more about the network and how to support us, visit pcspnetwork.com. And I will see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. for Mountain Bears. Lady Gwendolyn will be doing Trauma and Terror on Tuesday.
As always, love
As
you
always.
guys.
Love you guys. Bye, guys.